What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Dr. Code Hub here, and today we're going to learn about data types, which is an important topic in Java. And in this class, you will learn what they are, why they matter, and how to use them. Then I will show you how to make your programs interactive by getting input from the user using something called scanner. So let's go ahead and open the last class file by clicking. And yeah, before I go ahead and explain it, you should know what is a data type. So in Java, every variable has a data type. A data type tells the computer what kind of value the variable can store. For example, a number, a text, or a true or false value. So now I'm going to go ahead and type double forward slashes. Okay. Why? Because when you type the double forward slashes, you're telling the computer that you're going to add a note, okay? A comment. So Java comments are notes in the source code of Java program that are ignored by the compiler. So it's basically nothing, just a comment. And I'm going to use it just to show you the different kinds of data type. We have primitive and non-primitive. Okay. So for primitive, we have int or integer. Okay. Okay, now it's going to be way better to understand. For non-primitive, we have strings. And then we have float. We have double. We have char. And we have boolean. And for the non-primitive, we have array. We have interface. Then class. Okay. Here we have primitive and non-primitive data types that we are going to learn. But for today, we are going to study and learn only the primitive ones and strings. Okay. The other ones, it is going to be for another class because those are more complicated. Let's go ahead and create a new class. Okay. Right click here, like over CRC or SRC, new Java class, and data types. Enter. Yeah, now we have our new class, and then public static void main as we did in our last class. Okay. We have a string here, as you can see. String is a data type, as you can see here. And it is the only non-primitive data type that we are going to learn today. So let's go ahead and let's create our first variable. So first thing is int. What is int? So int is an abbreviation for integer. Okay, so that means I'm telling the computer that I'm going to use a class or actually a variable, and I'm going to create a variable that's going to receive a value, and the value is going to be an integer. Okay, so int age, age is my variable. Okay, so the variable age will receive a value that is going to be an integer, and the value is going to be 20 years, sorry. Okay, so now I'm just telling the computer that I created a variable, and the variable should receive an integer, and the value of the integer is 20. But I want to show the user the value of my variable. So do you remember last class? System.out.println age. So if I go ahead and run our program, we should see here a value. Okay, 20. Let's create another variable. Let's create, let me see. So the first one is float. Float and double are almost the same. Sorry. The big difference is a double is more precise. So we normally use double for Java, okay, instead of float. But just keep in mind both are almost the same. And yeah, that's the only thing you should know for now. Let's create a double for salary. Yeah. So let's put a value. Let's say 100. $100. I know that's almost nothing, but it is what it is, okay? And then what should I do now? How can I print? How can I show to the user the value of the variable salary? So I'm going to do the same as I did before. System.out.println salary. Okay, and then run. Look, 100. Okay. What about if I don't use line? Oh, look. Everything is together. That's why you use line. Sometimes you don't have to, but in this case, it's better. Did you see? I use it line for the first one, but not for the second one. Okay? I'm just trying to show you why we do certain things, because many teachers, many YouTube channel guys don't teach people. They simply do what they do, and they don't tell people why they're doing what they're doing. Okay, so just to let you know. Okay, so now we know what is an integer, what is double and float, which is almost the same, but I recommend you to use double. For Python programmers, we use float instead of double. So let's do the next one. Let's use the char. Okay, so char. What is char? One example, a good example for char is gender. Why? Because gender is a character that describes the gender of someone. So char of character, okay? And here we can do the same. Look, if I type tab, the program is going to complete the whole line for me, okay? Let's run. Look, male, 20 years, $100 is the salary, and the gender is male. So if you feel like the salary is not too much, you can imagine like 100 per second or per hour. Oh, that's fine now. Okay, it's just an example, guys. So let's use the next one. The next one is boolean. What is boolean? So for boolean data type, we have only two options: false or true. Okay, in this case the computer is offering me the option of married or not. Let's skip it. Let's use it. Let's use it. Okay. And then here I'm telling the computer that my variable married is false. So if I go ahead and system.out the print line married, so I'm telling the computer to show the variable married, and married is a false, has a false as a value. So when I go ahead and run, it's gonna show false. Okay, if I change it for like true and I run, that's going to change the result for true. Okay, and then the last one is string name equals to Bob. I like Bob. I like this name. Okay, Bob. Same thing. Okay, system.out print line instead of print, or sometimes you can use print, you can use printf, depending on what you're trying to show your user. Okay, so strings are easy to understand. It's just a name, a word, whatever is not a boolean, char, double, int, and contains letters. Okay, so when I go ahead and run, look, Bob, true, male, salary 120 years old. The Skinner class let us read input from the keyboard. Let me show you. So first of all, let me go ahead and import java.util scanner okay, yeah. Now I just imported the API, okay, basically the package. Okay, so it's part of the Java util package, so we need to import it first. Okay, to use it I need to import. So now let me go ahead and scanner space scanner equal new scanner system.in. Now we're good to, let me remove all this. Yeah, I'll need to change it, okay? We don't have those variables anymore. And let me go ahead and create it from scratch, okay? Yeah, scanner space scanner equals to new scanner system.in and system.out.println, enter a number, okay? So the first of all is I need to receive the input from the user. That's why I started asking instead of creating my variable, okay? And then now, what is a number? So a number is an integer. In this case, okay, I'm looking for an integer, not a double. So int space number equals to scanner dot next int. Yeah, so there you go. Let me show you. I'm gonna go ahead and run. Enter a number. So now we are running the line 8 of our code, okay? 8 of our program. And it's asking for a number. Let's say number 2. Enter. Okay. So I don't see anything. I don't see the number 2. I don't see a return. Of course, because I'm not asking it. I'm asking, the only thing it's going to be printed in this case is the question, the request, okay? When I type 2, I'm sending the value for my variable number. So now my variable number has the number 2 stored, okay? Let's do the same for the next one. So the second one was system.out.println and enter what? Enter your salary. I remember your salary. Okay? So, what is a salary? Do you remember? A salary is a double. So, double space salary. So, double, again, double is the data type, is going to be inside this salary, which is our variable, okay, equals to scanner dot next double. Okay, so next double, next int. Okay, just keep it in mind. You'll always use next and the variable. Okay, and never forget to put uppercase for the name of the data type. Okay, look. When I click here, it says rename reference. Okay, so uppercase. And then when I run, number again, okay, 2 and salary 200. yeah, I was promoted. Okay. Yeah. Now we have two variables using two different data types. And let's go ahead and do it for the next three. The next one will be enter your, sorry, your gender. And then M or F. So something important here is I'm telling the user that the gender is going to be M or F. Let me show you something. What is it? It is a chart. It is a string. What is it? So as I told you before, I'm asking for a letter. So M or F. So it's going to be a char, not a string. It can be a string in another situation, but in this case, it's going to be a char. Okay? Let's do the next one. System that out that println. And now let's do, we've got int double char boolean. Oh, let's say, oh, the key, okay, married or not. Are you married? Yes or no? Is it a char? No. Even if it looks like a char, in this case, we could use a char, but in this case, I'm trying to see if it's true or false. Okay? Yes or no. It is a condition. Okay? It is not just a character. Y or N. It is a condition. So for conditions, we use boolean. Okay? Boolean. My variable is married. Okay? And then equals to Skinner dot next boolean. Okay? So the only one that's kind of different is the char, but for the boolean, double, next, and even integer is going to be almost the same, because for integer we are gonna use next line actually, but uh, let's go ahead and let's create the last one. Let's change it. And what is your name? Okay, is it enough? String name equals to Skinner.next. Then we have, wait, okay. So yeah, let's finish our program, asking the computer to return all the values for that we are going to receive from the user for our variables. Okay, so we're gonna system that bring len, and let's change it a little bit. So let's do something nice. So um, the first thing we're gonna get from the user is the number, okay? So your number is plus number, okay? So your number is the message that is going to show up. And then plus, just to add something else inside our print. And then number is the variable, okay? And what is going to appear on the screen is going to be the value of the variable number, okay? So let's do the same for salary, gender, married, and your name is plus name. Okay. There we go. Let's run. Enter a number, 2. Enter your salary, 200. Enter your gender, male. Are you married? No. Oh, we got an error. What is happening? Let's change it for true or false. Because if we don't do that, we're gonna get an error when we run the code. Because booleans, as I told you before, are only true or false values. Okay, so true or false instead of y or n. Yeah, let's make sure that everything is properly good. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's run it. Enter a number, 2. Enter your salary, 200. Your gender, male. Are you married? Yeah, true, I am. Look. Okay, let me see. Your number is 2. Your salary is 200. Your gender is M. Are you married? True. Your name is, and the name is not here. Okay, so I got 2 errors here, and I want to show you. First, all the results are directly connected to the variable. Okay, so that's why we see like your number is, and there's no space here. So how can we add a space? This way. Plus and plus. Wait. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so your number is plus space plus variable. Okay, let's do the same here. Let's do the same here. Yeah, these are like basic errors that you're going to get, and I need to show you. That's why I need to do it. Okay, yeah, so space. Okay, your number, space, plus space plus number. Your salary, plus space plus salary. Okay, merit, and the last one is name. Let's add a space here and plus. So there's something. Let me run it and show you. There's another thing that I need to fix before, but I want to explain you. That's why I'm not gonna explain you now. So number 2, 200, gender M, merit true. Look, yeah, as you can see, this part is right, correct, 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 and correct. But the problem is, when the computer asks me what is your name, it goes directly to the responses, like from this question to the responses. So I don't have time and either opportunity to give a value, to provide a value for the variable name. Yeah, when it happens, we can just add scanner dot next line. Okay, let's run it. Number 2, 200, male, true. What is my name? Dr. Code Hub. Look, your number is 2, your salary is 200, your gender is M as male, you're married, and your name is Dr. Code Hub. Yeah, this program now is now an interactive program. It asks the user for all the necessary details and then displays them, as you can see here. Okay. Yeah, so let's do a short recap. These are the primitive data types. These are the non-primitive data types. We've learned about all of this. Float and double are the same. So integer, float and double, char, boolean, and strings. Okay. And here we learn. We've learned how to get all of these values and create our variables. So the first variable is number, second one is salary, third one is gender, fourth one is married, and fifth is name. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, give it a like and subscribe, and see you next time.